All right. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Alyse. I have been in the hospitality industry for a little over 20 years, working in luxury hotels and resorts. I've worked in almost every department of a hotel except for the kitchen and one area that I really was interested in, the spa. I have never worked in the spa. Um, I actually started with an internship at Walt Disney World. From there, I moved over to restaurants and also corporate event management and into weddings. This is my second time being a travel agent and with my second travel host agency. This second go round, I've been going strong for actually going on 6 years now with my current host agency. And now I only focus on my five-star escapes. They're basically small groups or mini groups that I made up. I know technically in the travel industry, groups are typically 10 travelers or more. But for me and my business model, I have created these mini five-star escapes that include five travelers or more. And that is where all of my travel business comes from now. Meaning, so if it's just two people or three people who want to go on a trip, that is not really my customer base. And I look for groups starting with five people or more. Some of the mistakes that people make starting out as a travel agent, as well as my five-step framework I took to start my agency. You're definitely in the right place if you've been wanting to start a travel business for some time. You don't have any idea where to start. You've been just going through YouTube videos, looking up things on social media, trying to piece together the steps to get it done. If you enjoy travel and you're typically the person that your friends, your family reach out to whenever they need help planning trips, then you're definitely in the right place. This is not quite for you if you just enjoy travel and are just looking to make extra money. Trust me, I have helped over 2 dozen people become travel agents and start their travel businesses. And a handful of the ones who did not quite make it included people who were just looking for a side hustle. They didn't really enjoy travel. They weren't travelers already themselves. They were just looking for this overnight quick cash. And that is not really how being a travel agent works. So you're definitely here because you love to travel. You want to go ahead and figure out how to start the business doing something that you already love. And the things I'm going to share with you today, they're not theory. I've already shared, I've been in the hospitality industry for 2 decades. And I'm on my second stint of being a travel agent. I took taken a few years off the first time I launched my travel agency, but this recent go round, it's been for about 6 years. So these methods that I'm sharing are actually proven by myself and those more than 2 dozen clients of mine who I've helped to start their own travel business. My company is our Alyse Global Gatherings. It was previously our Alyse Event and Travel Group. So if you happen to see that anywhere, that is me as well. And the event portion comes from me also being a live event producer and also a day of wedding coordinator in addition to group travel management. So mistake number one, believing you need to be certified or take some sort of course before starting your travel business. That is just not true. Some years ago, there was a travel agent association that did require a certification and a course prior to. However, Now, with host travel agencies, you can go ahead and join, start your business, and then start your education and take your courses and become certified as specialists, etc. Once you've already launched. So do not get caught up in anyone trying to sell you any type of courses, programs, or certifications that say, hey, take this and then you can become an agent. Now, if you're truly interested in starting your business, you can go ahead and register to start your business and then you learn as you go. Mistake number two, not educating yourself on the basics before you launch. I'm not saying necessarily before you register to become a travel agent. You can go ahead and do that, well, before you're out there booking all sorts of trips, you need to understand the basics of how the commissions work and how to create proper quotes so you are not surprised when your commission payments come in or when you start the quote process with your clients. And mistake number three, trying to immediately gain clients from like social media or online, or literally thinking people that you barely know will just reach out to you and say, okay, here's my credit card. I want you to go ahead and book me for this, $10,000 dream trip. That comes with time, but the tried and true method for most, if not all, travel agents is going to start within your core group of friends and family and colleagues and people who you know. So I knew a woman, she was my ex's friend's wife. So I knew her for about 10 years. She reached out to me, said, hey, Raquel, do you still book travel? Are you still a travel agent? I said, yeah, I sure am. And she said, my cousin's looking to put together a trip for her birthday. Well, fast forward to a year and a half later, because her cousin booked the trip with me and she booked it well in advance, which I definitely appreciate. Just 2 weeks ago, her and her group returned from Dubai, group of 18 people that I booked to Dubai because of my ex's coworker's wife. All right, so jumping into the 5-step framework. So step one, you want to explore niches. Any travel agent can definitely get started and can just open up the floodgates to anyone and everyone who wants to book a trip, no matter what it is. But I am sharing with you as an experienced hospitality professional, as an experienced travel agent now for several years. It gets much better when you focus in on a niche, a specific target group of trips that you would like to offer. And as I shared, I now create what I call these 5-star escapes. That has now become my niche. Again, if it's just 2 people traveling, that's not my niche. If you have like 18 people going someplace, like the group I just sent to Dubai, or even it doesn't have to be that many people. I have 6 people who I sent to Bali just in July, and I have 6 or 7 more people who are leaving for Dominican Republic next week. But that is the way that I have optimized my travel business and where I'm receiving commissions that basically pay me for my time spent. So you want to definitely explore niches. I'm just sharing some of the travel suppliers you have access to once you do become an official travel agent. And this one's called Road Trips. So maybe you want to focus on luxury sports travel packages. Boom. This company already has them put together, and they share them with you. So if you have a client who says, oh, I want to go to Barcelona maybe and see a soccer game or something like that, or even the Super Bowl, as you see here, you have these travel suppliers at your fingertips as a travel agent. Use them as your resource. Do not build these quotes up from the ground up. Here's an example of one of your niches. Another niche, maybe you want to focus on faith-based travel. If you're very active in your church, many churches and religious organizations go on annual trips, if not maybe multiple trips in a year. So this is a travel supplier that you could use to book those trips. Maybe that would be your niche. And then there's many luxury travel suppliers out there. I'm actually, oh, I wanted to share my link so you can grab my free list of travel niches that will at least get your mind going. Step two in the framework, you want to make sure you are actually understanding the money. That was one of the mistakes I said before, is getting started booking these trips and not even understanding the how the commissions work, right? So let me just give you a couple of important travel industry terms. You already heard me talk about the travel suppliers. That is any company, an airline, a hotel, car rental, or they can be companies that already have like pre-built travel packages. Those are considered travel suppliers as well. You've heard me talk about joining a host agency. I used to be a member of another host agency many years ago, and about 6 or so years ago, I joined the one that I'm with now. So those are large global umbrella agencies, and because of their size, some of these have 100,000, I should say hundreds of thousands of travel agents under them. And because they're so large, they're able to basically broker better commissions. The IATA number is what stands between you just being someone who's passionate and who enjoys travel, who enjoys putting together itineraries for friends and family. The IATA number is the difference between that in between you actually getting paid to do that. That's the only way you get a commission is by giving the travel supplier your IATA number. And then we have some other terms, CLIA, Cruise Line International Association as well. Okay, client payments that are due to supplier. These deposits can really range. I have seen them as low. There are some suppliers who only require a couple hundred or a few $100s for the deposit. There are others that can be as high as $1,000 or more for the deposit. Some people might come to me and want me to put together a proposal and then ask, well, how much do you think we'll have to put down? Nope. I can't tell you that. I have no idea until I put in your dates, until I'm able to figure out what travel supplier would be best for me to book your trip through. Um, all sorts of factors can affect the deposit. So that's not something you can say off the top of your head, but I just want to share they can definitely range. And then the balances due for all clients on any trips are typically between 45 to 60 days out from the day that they depart. So that is just a heads up on those due dates as well. Step, oh, I'm sorry, we're still in understanding the money. I was like, hold up, last step was step two. We're still in step two, understanding the money. And flights, you see, goose egg, 0%. Uh, Airlines do not pay you as a travel agent any commission. I have even backed away from booking flights for clients. It really depends. Like the 18 people I just sent to Dubai, yes, I booked their flights because they all wanted to be on the same flight. But in that case, then I added a service charge. It was a $50 service charge fee that I received per ticket for me to book those because I don't make any commission on that, but I'm still putting in work. So you need to understand these numbers. Flights are zero commission unless it is part of a vacation package. So if If you're booking like an all-inclusive vacation for someone and that includes the resort and the flight, yes, you will receive commission. But if someone just wants you to book a flight, no. Hotels, you tend to receive between 8 to 12%. Cruises are some of the most lucrative trips that any travel agent can book. Um, you see vacation packages. That's pretty much what I book. Car rentals are at 10%. I don't book a lot of those. Me personally, I actually even use Turo because car rentals have just become so expensive since the pandemic. And then insurance. I book insurance on every single trip that I book. And that is approximately 28% commission that you would receive, depending on the insurance supplier. Um, and so just to give you an example, if there was like 4 nights booked at a JW Marriott, 10% of the hotel amount are these amounts, this amount here in purple. You can see like a package. Here's 13% of that package down here in purple. And the insurance, $51.81 is the 28% from that insurance. Okay, now keep those numbers in mind because remember, you're only receiving a certain percentage of that commission. So, and that depends on your host agency. So, okay, so that 10% from the hotel, which was 131.60, okay? Host agencies, they might say we pay out it's 70. It can be between, I have seen them as low as 50%, and they go up to, 80, 90%. This example I gave is at 75%. So if you're part of a host agency who tells you we pay 75% commission, this is what that means. The hotel has paid the host agency the 131.60, and 75% of that is what you receive, what is paid out to you. So you would actually get about $98.70. So that's what I wanted to outline here, how commissions work. All right, moving on to step 3. Marketing your travel agency, building it, and doing proper quotes. So starting out with marketing, remember how I said you're going to want to start from your inner circle. I highly recommend virtual travel parties. They, of course, took off during the pandemic. They are around to stay. You can definitely do them in person as well. But they're literally just, invite your friends, family, and colleagues onto a 30-minute Zoom chat and simply share. I am now a travel agent. This is the name of my business, or this is the name of my agency that I've created. These are the type of trips that I can book for you. Ask on there, does anyone have any trips coming up? Anything in mind that I could plan for you? I have seen many brand new travel agents walk away with multiple new trips to book simply from putting themselves out there in this way. I have also seen friends or family members come back months later because now they know in their mind that you're a travel agent, and months later they decide to take a trip or someone asks them if they know someone who can book travel. So this is a simple, quick, easy, free way, honestly, to market to friends and family. Don't forget, so important, basic information with the trips, your trip purposes. This is information you need to get from your new clients before you start building proposals from them. The number of children and adults, what bed type do they want? What room type do they want? What time of day do they prefer to fly in? And what's the name of their local airports? It's also always good to get more than one, so you have options. And highlighted in red is budget. You can't do anything without a budget. Technically, you can, but I am telling you from experience, I have watched this over and over and over again. Anyone who comes to me who doesn't have a budget and I spend all of my time to research and put proposals together, they are oftentimes not happy with what is proposed, or they can't figure out where they want to go or what they want to do because they never established a budget for themselves. I highly recommend not taking trip requests and not beginning any research until you get a budget. I no longer do that. I have the consultation with my client and let them know I'll be so happy to get started as soon as they let me know what their budget is. All right. This is just some of the information, basic information that I include on my quotes. Flights, of course, and accommodation. But remember, when I provide that, it's part of a package so that I can get commission on the flight. Rental car, if requested. Airport transfer is a must. I always include that on every single package. Insurance, and then depending on the conversations we've had, I will include 2 or 3 excursions just as options for them. This is just a view of some of the travel technology I use. I use Travelify to build out all of my proposals to look professional. That's one thing. After becoming a travel agent and wanting to be professional, build your business, you have to invest in yourself and your business and look the part. So I use Travelify. I believe they give some very clean and visual proposals. This is just a screenshot of a proposal um, from a few years ago for a client that was headed to Mallorca, Spain. And this is just an example, a screenshot of like the yacht excursion that I provided for them. And there is a link if you want to try out Travify. There's my link you can sign up with. I believe you get 10% off for 6 months. But I believe they do offer like a free trial for a few days or a couple of weeks before that. So. And now access. Remember what I said earlier, the difference between someone who, oh, I just love travel, I'm the go-to person, I always create itineraries for my friends and family when they're going on trips, and the difference between doing that same exact thing, but getting money for it in return is being a part of a host agency and having that IATA number gives you access to get commissions. And I'm going to show just a few of the perks that come with your travel business, regardless of whatever host agency you join. These are just perks of a travel agent in general. This is just getting the travel agent rate. I had a few friends who were headed down to, I think this was in Charleston. I always mix up Charleston and Savannah, Georgia sometimes. I believe this was Charleston. They told me they were going on this trip. They told me where they were staying. I said, oh, lovely. Let me look it up, see if they offer a travel agent rate. Everyone else on the trip, the rate was about, was closer to $200. Maybe it was like 170 or something like that. And then as you can see here on my receipt, my travel agent rate was about $100. So that's just one of the little perks. Then you've got FAM trips. FAM is short for familiarization. They are offered by travel suppliers. They are also offered by tourism boards. I think that's pretty much the 2 major groups. The travel suppliers themselves offer them. Actually, your host agency can offer FAM trips as well. But look at this amazing trip to Egypt begins at under $1,000 per travel agent. You want to take as many of these trips as you can. Obviously, with these great rates, take your pictures, your videos when you get back, fill your social media up with this information, maybe send emails out to friends and family on where you went, and just reminding them that you're a travel agent. And this helps show other people some of the, packages that you have access to, and just keeps you on the forefront of their mind. I would say free marketing, but it's not free because you have to pay for the fam trip, but that is deeply, deeply discounted. And of course, last step, I highly encourage you to structure your travel agency. If you want to be serious, you want to come across professional, register your business. Go ahead and get, an LLC, get your EIN tax number. Now that you have an overview of my 5-step framework, be sure to go to the description in this video below to connect with me on Instagram or TikTok and to download a free listing of 20 unique travel agent niches. You'll also find the link to download my 28-page ebook of marketing methods so that you can attract clients as a new travel agent. My ebook includes several downloadable templates, from new client questionnaires to quote templates and even client email templates. For those who are really serious and ready to invest in their business to get it launched properly, start running a travel business they're proud of, that is consistent, organized, and bringing in commissions from creating travel experiences, you can book your travel business blueprint strategy session with me. And as a bonus for booking the session right now, you also get access to my 90-day step-by-step travel business launch course for free. All right, take care, everyone. Thanks for spending time with me to enhance your knowledge on being a travel agent. And if I don't see you in a strategy session, maybe I'll see you on the beaches of the world.